say, you don't know someone till you live with them. Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't know your family till you work with them. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone with a family. When I was 10 years old, my father bought a seafood restaurant. Cleverly, we named it the North Belmont Seafood Restaurant. My father had no experience running a restaurant. What in the world was he thinking? Never fear, my mother's family was coming to save us. My smart grandparents ran the Shady Rest restaurant in Little Laurinburg, North Carolina. Now, I didn't say they were smart. They were named smart. They came rolling in their oversized Winnebago to put my father through basic training on how to run a restaurant. When the 3 weeks of boot camp were up, they packed their stuff up and left us all alone. Well, not exactly. We had one leftover waitress named Mildred. Now, Mildred had a beehive hairdo, and she was as wide as she was tall. She closely resembled a bowling ball with hair and glasses. And talk, this lady loved to talk. One night, Mildred talked so much that her teeth flew out of her mouth onto our customer's plate. Anywhere else in the world, this would be a public relations nightmare. Not in Belmont. The customer politely handed Mildred her tea and continued to finish their meal. My father's first hire was a man named Frank. Now, Frank was a bit of a drifter. He drifted from one restaurant to the other. Frank was ambidextrous. He could cook and smoke at the same time. Now, my dad felt sorry for him because he didn't have a car. So he loaned him the car so he could drive back from the restaurant to where he lived. He lived in the no-tail motel of Belmont. This lasted for about 2 weeks. And Frank, in the Country Squire station wagon, disappeared. We didn't hear from him for months. And then a year later, my dad got a call from the Las Vegas Police Department. Frank was in trouble. He got in a car chase with the Las Vegas Police Department and mortally wounded our station wagon. Frank was in jail. Do you know he had the nerve to call and ask for bail money? That was the last I ever heard of Frank. But Frank's probably sitting in jail somewhere, and our beloved station wagon is rusting in the Nevada desert. Now, being in a family restaurant, first couple of years were pretty lean, but we stuck together as a family. It's a family business. When my dad came up with the first of his many great marketing ideas, it was an offer you couldn't refuse. All-you-could-eat shrimp night. It didn't take long for word to get out to the area college, and they came in droves to see how much they could eat. I remember one night in particular, a group of 10 men from the college came, and they were there to see how much they could eat. So I stood in the kitchen and I watched order after order of shrimp going out to this table. This went on for almost 2 hours. My dad was hot. He's like, I got to put a stop to this. So he takes the tray and carries the seafood out himself. remember it. He walks up and he says it. My father was a very polite Southern gentleman. Fellas, I really appreciate y'all coming out and eating with us. And I'm here to deliver your final reorder. Well, the youngster sitting to the left of him said, but sir, the sign says all you can eat. My father looked him straight in the eye and said, son, this is all you can eat. So the students, unfazed, finished their plate and went merry on their way. And that, my friends, was the beginning of the end of all-you-can-eat shrimp night. Working for your family, you learn lots of lessons. I learned about 3 lessons that I remember. My first lesson is, if your cook lives in a hotel known for its hourly rates, you might not want to loan him your car. 2, if there is a college anywhere in the vicinity of your restaurant, you may not want to offer all you can eat. Not a good idea. 3rd and finally, I learned a lot of things about my family that I wish I didn't know. Most of it I can't say in mixed company. But when you're family and you learn these things, you keep it to yourself. Mr. Contest Chair.